Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode of Music with Nick. Today we got a little bit of music for everyone, and I'm very excited to do this. And I did a little bit of research of how many times I've listened to the particular artists here on this list, and it's not too much, but yeah, but some people are going to be very happy with this. Thank you so much, Duncan, for sponsoring this marathon. I do have an email here, so I'll read it for you guys. Let's go ahead with Duncan's email. So it says here, "Hi Nick, here's a marathon with some great music in it, and a little more laid back, but some great guitar work. The first track is J.J. Cale's song covered by Pat Travers from 1976 debut album It's Magnolia." We're talking about Magnolia, the song. So I didn't know that it was J.J. Cale's song, but I think he wrote a lot of songs, even I think the really famous Cocaine that Eric Clapton, made famous, but I think that is a J.J. Cale. Okay. I think there's more J.J. Cale than I originally anticipated. Yeah. So that's the first song from 76. Second song is, so I've only done Pat Travers once for Greybeard, so I hope he is glad that we're doing more. Then UFO, I've only done 2 reactions. Will Alexia, check him out, they're on the channel. The second is Try Me from UFO 1977 6th album, Lights Out, and showcases Michael Schenker. This is Scorpions, Michael Schenker. I do know Michael Schenker, of course, great guitar player that left the Scorpions to join UFO. And so I'm excited. Third track is J.J. Cale as well. That's actually from him, J.J. Cale, from 1979. 5th album. The track is 13 Days, a track I first heard on the radio in France, and I couldn't get out of my head. That's awesome. It's just called 5, the album, 13 Days. The 4th track is Stray. I did some reactions for Duncan with Stray, this metal band. From the 1978 debut Stray, It's All in Your Mind, which was covered by Iron Maiden. All right, I would like to hear that. And then the last is the great John Martyn. I did an entire marathon for Murdoch, so I hope Murdoch is happy with this. A track from 1971 album Bless the Weather, and the track is Go Easy. Enjoy and let the music flow. Thank you so much, Duncan. I appreciate it. And that's about it. That's about the intro. So again, thank you so much, everybody, for being here today, for checking out these marathons. Some are longer, some are shorter, but they're full of great music. I mean, I'm just like getting a second musical education here. And also music appreciation very much, like I talk about that a lot. Because I used to be very like, no, I'm just going to listen to my music. And I just wish that more people that, look at the channel would be like, oh, I don't know this. Okay, let's watch it, And because there's so much good music that we discover, like just like a couple of days ago, Toy Matinee. That's just literally on the level of Steely Dan, and the video has like 400 views, like because people just don't recognize the name, and they only have one album. So it's, so check it out. Check out Toy Matinee. They're very, very good. But yeah, for now, let's go with Pat Travers' Magnolia, composed by the great J.J. Cale. I love that man, and may you rest in peace. All right, here we go. drumming, the bass.
Whippoorwill singing, a soft summer's breeze makes me think of my baby.
Beautiful effect on the guitar.
I lived down in New Orleans. I left down in New Orleans. Magnolia, you sweet thing.
Wow, beautiful.
You're driving me mad. I've got to get back to you, babe. You're the best I've ever had. You're the best I've ever had. You whisper good morning so gently in my ear, and I'll be coming on to you, baby. Soon I'll be there. I said I'll soon be there. Magnolia, you sweet thing.
So good. Wow.
You're driving me mad. I've got to get back to you, babe. You're the best I've ever had. You're the best I've ever had. You're the best I've ever had. Well, you're the best I've ever had.
Oh man, that reminded me a little bit of Frank Zappa's Watermelon on Easter Hay. You know, that just the calmness of the track, beautiful bass lines, you know, just taking over that really nice, you know, bed, you know, of like keyboards, you know, just like beautiful keyboards, just giving you this cushion, you know, and then the bass. And I loved whatever was on the guitar. I don't know if it was like a flanger or a heavy like chorus. Although I don't think it was a flanger. I think it was just a lot of chorus. And it sounded very like wavy, you know, the chords like. And then the bass, you know, just playing really, really nice lines. You know, and those drums, that the mix was so cool. You know, there was a lot of panning obviously the lyrics, the voice, and then that solo just hit the spot. And then those harmony guitars, just perfect, you know, like really, really well, you know, I mean, recorded and composed, and like this is one of those tracks that I would love to find a backing track just to improvise over, you know, just really slowly, nothing too, you know, flashy, just really nice and slow, and you know, that perfect for that kind of playing, you know, really wonderful track. I'm definitely gonna text Graybeard and tell him, hey, check out the new Duncan marathon. We got some Pat Travers on there. That's a beautiful song, Magnolia. Also wanted to highly recommend, now talking about Magnolia, the film. If you've ever seen the film Magnolia, very good movie with this actually with Tom Cruise, but I've always considered Tom Cruise a really good actor. Now he's more like an action star, you know, he's more like an action hero. But back in the 90s, I think, before the whole Mission Impossible thing, I don't really know when they came out, but I think he was a really good actor. And there's some really good movies where he just like sells the movie just with his acting chops, not the whole stunt stuff, you know. But yeah, check out Magnolia. Got some really good actors in it as well. Okay, UFO is next. So we've only done actually 2 reactions, Alexia and I together, of UFO on the channel. So this would be the 3rd reaction ever. And I don't know, that's one of those, you know, I guess, you know, one of those bands that we haven't really checked out that much, you know. But I guess in time, you know, we do everything, you know, little by little, so on. All right, so give me just one moment to pull it up. All right, I'm back. I just had a little bit of a internet like issue. I didn't even know that, you know, pretty much all your devices, you know, are connected all the time. So it's like 14 devices are connected to your internet. But I just disconnected a few, you know, just to get better internet here in the room, because sometimes I just want to look up something and it doesn't load, and then that kind of like interrupts the whole thing. All right, so like I said, UFO's next, Try Me. And again, this is from 77. And yeah, I guess Michael Schenker, you know, was in the Scorpions, and I love the old Scorpion stuff, you know, the Uli John Roth. He's, I think, one of the best guitar players of the 70s, just in my opinion, when it comes to rock. You know, I mean, if you've ever heard that solo in Sales of Karen, that's gonna blow your mind, because just technical aspect, the melody and the velocity. He was like almost like a fusion player, but in a rock band, you know, like the way he would shred, and, you know, playing diminished arpeggios and stuff like that. Nobody was doing that at the time. So Uli John Roth was really ahead of the game in the 70s, you know. So okay, let's give it up for one of his, you know, co-workers, Michael Schenker, and this UFO, Try Me. Here you go. I did not expect this.
Tell me why we're never more than strangers. Tell me why you never let it show. But when you're close to me and whisper I need you in the cold morning light, try me or take me for a little while before it's over and you just a smile. Try me, oh, let me be the one. You say it's over, but for me it had just begun. Tell me why we seem no more than strangers. Tell me why the feeling never goes. But when you're close to me, whisper I need you in the cold morning light. Cry me, oh, take me for a little while. Before it's over, would you leave me with just a smile? Try me, oh, let me be the one. You say it's over, but for me it had just begun.
Wow, what a player. She the whole band, you know, the piano intro was beautiful. The singing, the ballad, you know, the power ballad, and that solo by Michael Schenker. Holy moly. So I just found out, you know, he started with UFO and with their third album. And but look at the bands they have influenced. I had no idea. So it says UFO have influenced a number of bands such as Iron Maiden, Metallica, Judas Priest, Def Leppard, Dio, Scorpions, Guns N' Roses, Megadeth, Slayer, Testament, Anthrax, Overkill, Iced Earth, Anvil, Saxon, The Offspring, Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, Rage Against the Machine, The Smashing Pumpkins, Tesla, DUNCAN, Monster Magnet. That's the only one that I don't know. Voivod. I think I've done a reaction. Big Elf, Babylon, Gun, Europe, Crowbar. So there's only like 5 bands that I haven't heard of. That's crazy. And Michael Schenker. So there's also the Michael Schenker group, but I just want to see when he left the Scorpions. So he was an early member of the hard rock band Scorpions and a band co-founder by his elder brother Rudolf Schenker. Yeah. That's so crazy that he just left, and did his own thing. He's not even that old. He's only 69, That's not old. Oh yeah. Really cool. Really good. Really, there's so much information. I'm not going to bore you guys, I already know this, but this was a great track. Really, really good. I love it. Lights out. J.J. Cale. Now, J.J. Cale, I got to know J.J. Cale through my dad because he loved J.J. Cale. And he would tell me, yeah, this guy, he just travels in his RV, in his motorhome, and he has his recording studio in there, and he just, records on the road, he's always like, and I found that fascinating, I don't know how much of it is, accurate. And I mean, I was told about this before. I think the internet was already a thing. I was like 2005 or something. I guess my dad told me about this. But yeah, I love J.J. Cale. So this is 13 Days. This is a shorter one because the next one we're going to play, Stray, is about almost 10 minutes. So let's give it up for 13 Days by J.J. Cale.
Got enough dough to keep us all out. Got two girls dancing, pick up a crowd, sounding to mixers, make us sound loud. Sometimes we make money, sometimes all alone. Days with nothing to go. Birmingham and Mobile, not so bad. Smoking cigarettes and reefer, drinking coffee, booze. See the sun come up and jug, go down and do what it is. Never get to know a woman, so to get in her shoes. Sometimes we make money, sometimes we don't know. 13 days went by. Migrant worker is the name of this man. When we come to your town for the season again, where we've been to California, we've been to New York. Some take Red Bull, others take dope. Sometimes we make money, sometimes we don't know. 13 days.
Very short, but amazing. Yeah, it says here, J.J. Cale. Let me read this. With his laid back, rootsy style, J.J. Cale was best known for writing After Midnight and Cocaine songs that Eric Clapton later made into hits. But Cale's influence wasn't only through songwriting. His distinctive looping sense, is it looping? A sense of rhythm and shuffling. Boogie became the blueprint for the adult-oriented roots of Clapton and Mark Knopfler. Yeah, you know, I guess totally. But look, I mean, Leonard Skinner, Clapton, Neil Young, the Allman Brothers, John Mayer, Band of Horses, they all have, and more, there's so much more, have covered J.J. Cale. He's such, like, the definition of just very cool. And yeah, like it says, very laid back. His music is very, it flows so nicely. Even a short song like this, very effective, you know, down to them. So this is, so the next one, let me just check one thing. I wanted to see what, give me a second here, what Duncan wrote me in the email. It's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. Because I remember when I bought all the Iron Maiden albums, I got very lucky and I went to the nearest city, the nearest big city. When we lived in Puerto Vallarta, it was about 6 hours with a bus, and you could find pretty much everything, you know. But I mean, when you only have one day to like pick records, and I don't know, I just like went crazy. I just bought all the Iron Maiden albums. I think there were at the time like about 9 or something. So the new one had just been released, the X Factor. That was the 10th. So yeah, I bought all of them, and it was just like listening to them in order, and it was crazy how much they changed. But there was also, this was like a remaster, and I think in 1995 or something. And there was the album, and there was also a CD in there. There was like all the B-sides and the outtakes, and I think it could be that I maybe have heard the song on one of those, because I was pretty much obsessed with everything, even the B-sides. I would listen to everything, and there were they recorded some fights, you know, backstage that they got on audio, everything, you know, like interviews and stuff. So maybe I'll let you know, Duncan, if I recognize this, but this is originally by Stray, and this is from, man, now I closed your email, but it's definitely not from 1970. Okay, so it's obviously before Iron Maiden. So here we go. It's Stray, All in Your Mind. Let's see if I recognize this. So I don't I might have heard it because yes, it's I see it here. It's on the B side of No Prayer for the Dying. No Prayer for the Dying for me was always the weakest album of theirs from like the 80s, you know. I think it came out in 1990, but it's just like such a departure from their stuff. Like when you listen to Power Slave and then Somewhere in Time and then Seventh Son and then this No Pray for the Dying, it's like, what are you doing? But they wanted to go for something more, I guess, mainstream, and it didn't really work at all. And then they came out with Fear of the Dark, and that worked a little bit better. And then Bruce left the band, you know, and then he came back in 2000. But I guess I should have heard it at least once or twice, you know, but I don't remember it. And obviously they didn't play it like this. This sounds more like Deep Purple. It sounds very much like Highway Star, but I love it. I love the rawness, you know. I can imagine Bruce doing this, you know, but I guess it's not, you know. I see the song is, it's not on Spotify, it's on YouTube. It's 4 minutes and 33 seconds. So, you know, I guess they were going through like some kind of like an identity crisis because, I mean, yes, they did lose one of their best. I mean, Adrian Smith is a legend, you know, and he left, and then they got another guitar player, and then they came out with this album, No Pray for the Dying, and it's just very, very weak, you know, for Iron Maiden. And but yeah, I guess they covered it. But this, I mean, it's a great version. I love this. I love how long it is. I love the guitar solos, the rawness, really cool. I love Stray, you know, we did an entire marathon, so it's really, really cool. Let's get back to it. cool. Definitely more memorable, you know, than the Iron Maiden version. And I'm sure I've heard it before, but I just can't pin it down because, like, I didn't listen that much to the B-sides, you know. But man, this was so cool. Like, so cool. The just, you know, that vamp, you know, on the same note, and then that improv, and then the crybaby kicks in, the lay kicks in. Really cool hard rock, you know, 70s. Like, it's almost like between Led Zeppelin and Deep Purple, you know. But Stray, you know, I guess they never got the recognition they deserved, but I think they're awesome. And this is much more memorable than, you know, the cover, you know. But I do have to give it to Iron Maiden when they did Cross-Eyed Mary, if you haven't heard that, by Jethro Tull. Amazing version. And it's also Nico McBrain's, the drummer. It's his favorite tune. He's like, that's the best song I've ever played. Also, that is on a B-side where he's like, oh, Cross-Eyed Mary, best song I've ever played. I guess he likes the prog, you know, prog stuff. Okay, give me just one quick second and we'll continue with John Martyn. All right, everyone. So here we go with John Martyn, Go Easy. And again, 1971. Here we go. Wow.
Looking at me, you'll never find out what a working man's about. Raving all night, sleeping away the day. Something to ask, something to say, something to keep the pain away. Something I'd like to see if it's alright. Time making it shine, trying to throw away the rest. Look at the waste of ending amaze my mind. Something I need, something I plead for, something I have to say, something to keep me safe when I'm away. Love
Very cool. Very cool. I mean, two chords, but if you have the lyrics and you have the voice, you don't need more, a little bit of lead guitar there, in the background. But other than that, the song was just him strumming two chords beautifully. I mean, I don't know if it was 12 string or 6 string or overdub, but it sounded really nice and thick, and but yeah, with his voice, it's made it sound very complete. And for you, if you want to listen to more John Martyn reactions, I did an entire marathon, and for some reason it gets blocked, and then I have to unblock it again, and then without any notice it gets blocked again, because sometimes that happens. YouTube is just, it's a computer program, so it's just like, it's not some guy like like pulling a switch, and then it's just YouTube being like an AI program or whatever the hell it is, and it just blocks it because it thinks the entire record is on there, so I have to kind of go and check, and I do this very often. I go through, like, it's very hard because there's so many songs and marathons on our channel that I can't really see everything, and if something gets blocked, then I might oversee it. They don't really tell you, and I'm like, oh god, okay, they blocked it again. So I just unblocked it right now while I was listening to the other stuff. I saw that it was blocked, and so now it's unblocked, so you can watch it. Now they might unblock it in another month, and then I have to unblock it again, and that's something I have to do with some of the videos. Usually it happens when it's like the same artist, like more than 3 or 4 songs together in one video, then kind of like the record company or YouTube freaks out and they block videos. So this is very random. It's just a thing that happens. And but yeah, if you see this video, check out if you want to see the entire marathon. It's very beautiful, and it's from a friend of mine from Austria who is also a channel, he likes the channel, and he has sponsored marathons, and so he did that one. His name is Murdoch. So this was beautiful. Thank you so much, Duncan, for this. I mean, there was a little bit of everything here. I mean, John Martyn reminded me very much of Nick Drake, just like a man and his guitar. Wonderful. Stray was awesome, I mean, that it influenced, it. I mean, I think they can stay on their own pretty much. I mean, if you talk about Stray, they're pretty much an amazing band. I just guess they didn't get the recognition they really deserve. It reminded me, honestly, a little bit of Deep Purple, but that's a good thing. I love that. J.J. Cale, I mean, J.J. Cale, I could listen to J.J. Cale like all day, and it wouldn't get bored. It's just something about him that's really, really good and also relaxing, and he's just a cool guy, UFO was super cool. Power ballad, the piano at the beginning, and then just great rock song with a really 2 amazing solos by Michael Schenker. And then Pat Travers, again, that song was beautiful. I'm actually going to look for the backing track, if there's a backing track, because that was just perfect to improvise over, that bass line, the drums, the keyboards. Wonderful. Just really cool set. Thank you so much, Duncan. Let me know, guys, what you thought of this marathon. Some marathons are more themed, some are more random. I like them all, I like the themed ones. I like the random. I like just music in general. It's very enjoyable. And it's very enjoyable to sit here and also pay a lot of attention to it, because when we listen to music in a car or on the radio or doing something, if, I don't know, maybe a drawing or writing or reading a book, then the music is just like in the background and we're not really paying attention. But this is, I found myself, and I even do this sometimes when I listen to my music. I sit here and I'm paying full attention. Like, almost like if I would be doing a reaction, I'm really analyzing like stuff, of my older music that I used to listen to, because I was like, did I really listen to it like that? Because I was walking around the city, or I was driving a bus, or when I was going to school, like, were my thoughts really clear on the music? And I find even in older music that I used to listen to, I find new stuff, But that's the beauty about music, especially, well, all kinds of music, classical music, progressive rock, heavy metal, whatever, there's always something new that you can find, and there's always another instrument you can focus on a little bit more. And now I'm like focusing a little bit more on the bass, because I'm trying to encourage Alexia to play more, and I'm listening to bass lines, that are not that difficult to teach them to Alexia and stuff. So it's really fun, to just change your perspective, because back in the day I would almost only focus on the solos, and now I focus more on chord progressions and stuff like that. And why are these chord progressions the way they are? There's always a why, or behind the music. Why did they do this, and why does it work, or why doesn't it work? Some songs, or why is it repetitious, stuff like that. It's just wonderful, to listen to music with a lot of attention. And in a reaction video, even though I never considered this a reaction video channel, because a reaction video, yes, of course you get a reaction, there is some sort of like, but it's not all reaction. It's not all like, oh, that kind of stuff. Like, we just don't do that. It's just not real. Like, people, a person just doesn't do that in real life when they hear music, you get moved and you're like, wow, and then sometimes, yes, the tears flow and stuff, but that's just a human reaction that some people have. Some people oppress it, I don't like to, although sometimes I've found myself, I'm like, oh God, I really don't want to cry right now in front of almost 100,000 people. But hey, sometimes it's just like, I can't help it, or Alexia. But yeah, I think it's a lot of fun to do these, and I'm very blessed that I get the opportunity, to have an audience that watches these videos and also thinks that what I say has a certain value. A lot of people are like, you talk too much, and but I mean, that's what the channel is. It's a guy sitting there appreciating music, and I can't just like sit here and nod my head, right? I just want to express what I feel, So again, thank you so much if you're one of these people that love the channel and for what we are. I do thank you very, very much for your support, for your comments, for your likes, or even dislikes, for engaging with the channel. Really, really, I really, really appreciate it. So thank you again. Thank you, Duncan, for sponsoring this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.